Good evening. Today, we delve into the escalating war of words between Yusuf Baba-Ahmed, former vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, and Nobel Laureate Professor Wole Soyinka. In a recent statement, Baba-Ahmed sharply criticized Soyinka over his remarks on Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate. Soyinka had previously expressed doubts about Obi's leadership capabilities, citing his inability to control his supporters who attack those with opposing views online. Responding to these comments during an interview on Arise television, Baba-Ahmed suggested that Soyinka's criticisms are merely distractions. He stated, and I quote, "The learned elder statesman, Prof. Wole Soyinka, is scared in advance about what good Peter Obi will bring to Nigeria. He's scared in advance that the end is still looking very likely for his principle, for bad governance." Baba-Ahmed further emphasized that intellectual prowess does not entitle Soyinka to insult others. He reflected on past incidents where Soyinka had insulted other prominent figures, including the late General Abacha. According to Baba-Ahmed, such behavior is inappropriate, regardless of one's academic achievements. In his remarks, Baba-Ahmed refrained from making any potentially damaging statements about Soyinka, though he claimed he had the power to do so. He concluded by urging the public to focus on more pressing issues rather than getting sidetracked by Soyinka's comments. This clash marks a significant moment in the ongoing political discourse in Nigeria, highlighting the tension between academic critique and political activism. Let's watch the video of Daddy Baba-Ahmed replying Professor Wole Soyinka on Arise TV.
The learned elder statesman, Professor Wole Soyinka, he is scared in advance about what good Peter Obi will bring to Nigeria. He's scared in advance that the end is still looking very likely for his principle, for bad governance. And what Soyinka is doing now is an attempted distraction, which I beg you to excuse me from joining issues with Wole Soyinka, please. You and I have much better things to do. For all I know, he could continue to throw punches at my principal, at me, as small as I am. He could continue to do that. All I can do, I will grieve in my heart, I will pray for him. You see, intellect does not give you the right to insult anybody. I remember this Soyinka insulting late General Abacha, insulting him to the core, that he was daft, he was that. Nothing gives him the right to do that. He had no right. Abacha was not an academic. He was a soldier, for God's sake, and a good one for that matter, in his own way, in his own right. I beg you, let us please put Soyinka and his likes aside. We have better things to talk about.
We'll have enough time to talk about a lot of things, and I do respect your wishes there, but I have to ask you whether you think he has a point when he says that by not controlling, or at least trying to control, the online trolls responsible for the insults directed at him, Mr. B, and by extension yourself, are tacitly encouraging such behavior.
As a partial academic, let me tell you that Nobel laureates all over the world are loved and cherished by their people, not just their nationals, globally. I have never heard where Nobel laureates are insulted in the manner that Wole Soyinka is. You're making me to speak about him, I don't want to. Now, go back. Nigerians contested through Peter Obi and me. We said this many times. It was a force that came alive, a genuine one, a powerful one, that won election and was taken away. Never mind what INEC declared. There is no way Peter Obi, with all the issues in front of him, and my humble self, can control obedience as they were. Peter Obi entered a canoe without a life jacket, and he paid for it. So it is not the work of Peter Obi to control the obedience. It is the responsibility of Wole Soyinka to maintain his respect and dignity. I could say a few things to Wole Soyinka that will destroy him for good, but I wouldn't say that. Only 3 days ago, I saw the whole world saw his own principal. I'm not here to call names. I wish I could finish this interview. We saw the ongoing president of Nigeria almost kneeling to greet an elder statesman, while people like Soyinka are out there insulting others. So in the heat, in the presence of all the politics and dynamics and everything, decent Nigerians should continue to offer respect to others. You know, I said it before, the ongoing president, even though I do not agree with everything about him, whenever I call him uncle, he laughs, I laugh, and we walk away. Why start insulting people? People like me, we describe, we give objective assessment, and they say we insult. And we don't. It's not our history. It's not our upbringing. Never insulted anybody. But why should a Nobel Laureate make it because he knows how to speak English? 1960s and 1970s English? I think all he is trying to do is an attempted distraction, which Peter, Obi, and myself have excused ourselves. We will not react to that Nobel laureate. He should please go and see how other Nobel laureates are respecting themselves, holding the honor all over the world. Charles, let's move away from this man.
Well, nevertheless, just one more thing on that, because you have talked about the fact that, you know, you don't insult people.
Yeah, I don't.
And he says that the obedience have consistently been insulting him. Do you think he deserves an apology? Since to a large extent those people
can I ask you a question?
People are your followers. Look, I mean, do you think he deserves an apology, or you wouldn't go that far?
What is, not who is, what is Wole Soyinka? At a time that the Nigerian armed forces have been killing hundreds of Nigerians by mistake, at the time that our currency is hopelessly depreciating, and so many other issues. What is Wole Soyinka? I beg you for the last time, let's move.
As this story develops, we will keep you updated with the latest information and analysis. This has been a Blitz Brief TV special report. I'm Gloria. Thank you for joining us, and good night.